బాబు నాగరాజు పక్కన నీకు కనపడలే, ఇంత దూరంలోనే నాకు కనపడింది. 50% of this number 316. 3%. 1% is 6.32. 3% is 18.96. And to make it 500, you definitely need to add 0.04. I think every answer is ending with that. Now, apart from this, how much is this? 316 plus 18. 334 plus 1, 35. 335. Remaining number should be 165. %56 of 655 minus what percent of 580 is equal to 123.2. Take this value to left hand side. 123.2 comes to left hand side. So 56.655, 50% of this number 327.5, 6%, 5% plus 1%. 50% is this much and 5% is 32.75, and then 1% of this number is 6.55. So this is total 56%. And when you take this to right hand side, it becomes positive number and this becomes negative number. 123 minus 123.2 or 0.20. Now 0.50, 0.55, 1.05, 1.05 plus 0.75, 1.80, 1.80 minus 0.20, 1.60. Every number should end with, I think, oh, percentage calculate jayalga malli. Fine. Now 7 plus 2, 9, 9 plus 6, 15 plus 1, 16, 16 minus 3, 13. Negative number, right? You have to subtract it. Then again 1 carry. 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 1, 6 minus 2, 4, and then this is 2. 243.60. And you need to calculate this as a percentage with respect to 580. Out of 580, what percent is this? Look at your options. Options are nearby 40 and then 50. 10%, 58, 20%, 116. 10% of denominator is 58. 40% is 432. Yes sir, no? 432 or 232? And you have numerator value 243.60, which is more than this. This is how much more than 232.11.6. And 10% of this number is 23.2. 5% of this number is 11.6. 5% of this number is 2%. Or else 1% of denominator 5.8. 2% is 11.6. When you add these two numbers, then you will get 243.6. So answer is 42%. Next, 44. Come on. 11 how many times? 11 8 times, you have 20, 1, again 9. Again cancellation with 13. 13, 6 times. 13 6 times 60 and then 18, 78. 78 pote 39. That would be 3 times. Now, this is 5 3 7, 5 sevens, 35 into 63. Okay. Of course, should end with 5. No other option. Can I treat this number as 60 plus 3 for time being? 35 6 times plus 35 3 times. How much is 35 3 times? That is very easy. 105. 35 60 times. Wait. 35 6 times 210, and then you have 0. 2100 2205. Fifth option. Next. Let me calculate first negative number. 98 plus 63. 98 plus 63. 161. You need to subtract 161. If you want to verify last 2 digits, you need to subtract 61. What is positive number? 01. Can you subtract 61 from 01? No. You take it as 101. First number. Treat this number as 101. Last 2 digits. Minus 61. How much is that? 40. Last 2 digits should be 40. Which option? Fourth option. Next. (46). 3.1 plus 4.7 into 8.2. I think first of all you need to complete this part. Let's treat this number as 47 into 88. Later you can use decimal. Right. Let's treat this number as 50 minus 3 times. 50 times of this number. 100 times and half. 100 times of this number is 8,200. Half of that is 4,100. Minus 3 times. 3 times of this number. 83 times 240. 82 3 times 246. Right? Subtract first 100, then you can subtract 146. 4,000 minus 146. 3,854. If you have 47 into 82, your number would be 3854. But you have 2 decimals here. So that becomes 38.54. And now, you need to add 3.1 to this number and 11.04 subtracted, should be subtracted from this number. Plus 3.1 minus 11.04. 38 plus 3, 41. 41 minus 11, 30. Look at your options. 30. Anyway, last digit, number after decimal is same for every number. Need not worry about it. Next. 3.1 or 3.10, one and the same. Next. From this you need to subtract 4080. Subtract 4100, add 20. Subtract 4100. This is 1861 plus 20. That becomes 1881. And you have 10,000. So that is 11,881. And this is x square. You need to identify that value. Okay. Now, as this is more than 10,000, you know that this is definitely more than 10,000, more than 100. So what is 110 square? 11 square, 121,000. You have less than this? Yes or no? So answer should be more than 100 but less than 110. And one more. If a number is ending with 1, you have only two choices. Either your number should end with 1, that is 101 square, or that number should end with 9, 109 square. 101 square and 109 square only ends with 1. So only two possibilities. 101 cannot be your answer, because 100 square is 10,000. This is far more than 10,000. 110 square is 12,100. This is close to 12,100. So this cannot be your answer. This must be your answer. $1156 plus 1022. 2178. This is 2178 by 33. Let's write 33 as 3 into 11. Okay. 11. Let me first do it with 3. 3 how many times? 7 times. 2 times. 6 times. 11. 6. 6. $49. Let's go for last two digits verification. This is 96, 69, and then this is 69. If you can add 4 to this number, this becomes round figure. Yes? Take 4 from here. It will be 65, and this number becomes 100. Want to verify last two digits. 65 plus 69. 134. Last two digits are 34. Only one option. 8354. Only 8534. Correct. 8534. Fifth option. Only that option ends with 34. Next, 50th. %115% of x is equal to 724.5. This is 15% above the 100%, and which ends with 0.5. Okay. Suppose if your 10% is even number. If 10% is even number, you will get perfect integer when you calculate 5%. Yes or no? But as this is ending with 0.5, your 10% should not be even number. 10% must be odd number. Then only 5% ends with 0.5. Right? Your 10% should not be even number. This is first logic. Cannot be your answer. This cannot be your answer because these two are even numbers. 10% should not be even number. This is 64 and this is 62. These two cannot be your answer. Now, See, because when you calculate 10%, this is 64. 5% is 32. That answer can never end with 0.5. So hence 10% should not be even number. Next, third option is 650. 10% is 65. Let's calculate. 100% is 650. 10% is 65. 5% is 32.5. 7.5. 650 is not right answer. Next, 630. If this is 630, 10% is 63. 5% is 31.5. 4.5. Enough. 630 right answer. This is 100%, this is 10%, and this is 5%. Next, 51. X divided by 39 into 11 is equal to 231. 11 how many times? 21 times. X is equal to 21 into 39 only. 39 10 times 390. 39 20 times 780. 20 times is 780, and then plus 1 time is 39. Answer 819. Anyway, last digit itself is fine. 1 into 9 ends with 9, and there is only one option. $52. $182 divided by 13 divided by 0.7. So first number comes to numerator and remaining numbers. When you have continuous division, first number comes in numerator and remaining numbers comes in denominator. So that is 13 into 0.7. We'll write 0.7 as 7 by 10. Denominator in denominator comes to numerator. 13 7 times. 91. 91. 91 2 times and then 0. 20. Okay. Next, instead of number after decimal, let's concentrate on the number before here. 321 minus 32 minus 3 minus 35. Let's subtract 35. Subtract 100, add 65. Subtract 100, 300 minus 100, 200. Add 65. 21 plus 65, 86. 286. 286. See, after decimal, this is 0.56. 0.15, 0.21. When you add these two, you have less than this. Yes or no? So this value will not change. Direct third option. $54 cube root of 13,824. What is 20 cube? 8,000. What is 30 cube? 3 cube, 27, and then 3 zeros. 27,000. Our number is between these two. Answer should be more than 20, less than 30. Only one option, 24. into 4, 8. 7 into 8, 56 into 9. 56 9 times. 56 10 times minus 56. 504. Now 61. The total cost of 12 needles and 16 pens is 108. What is the cost of 48 needles and then 64? So you are given 12 needles and you have 48. 4 times. You have 16 pens and then you are asked about 64 pens. 4 times again. So number of needles and pins increases to 4 times. So price also becomes 4 times. So proportionality increase we have. So you will get answer. 4 times of the given number. 432. Third option. Next, perimeter of rectangle is 3 times the side of the square, whose area is 1936. The square area is 1936. A square is 1936. What about side? What is 40 square? What is 40 square? 1600. What is 45 square? 2025. 5 square ends with 25. 4 into 5, 20. You have 1936, which is in between these two. Last digit is 6. If square ends with 6, your number should end with either 4 or 6. It should be less than 45, so should be 4. Side is equal to 44. The perimeter of rectangle is 3 times the side of the square. Perimeter of rectangle 2 into L plus B is equal to 3 times of side of the square. What is the breadth of a rectangle? If the difference between length and breadth is 17. Difference is 17. If 2 into L plus B is equal to this much, L plus B is equal to 3 into 22. 44 cancellation with 2. So this becomes 66. You are asked about breadth. Take difference, subtract second equation and then go for average. L minus L, B minus of minus B, 2B. 66 minus 17, 49. Breadth is equal to 49 by 2, which is 24 and a half. P alone completes a piece of work in 20 days and Q alone completes the same piece of work in 25 days. In how many days will both P and Q together complete the same piece of work? Right. You can go for 1 day work or units method. 1 day work of P becomes 1 by 20 and a 1 day work of Q becomes 1 by 25. LCM is 100. 5 times, 4 times, 9. So 1 day work is 9 by 100. To complete total work they need 100 by 9, which is 11, 1 by 9 days. A trader sold an article for 207 and at a gain of 15%. And some other article for 135 at a loss of 10%. What is his total gain or lose approximately? So when the selling price is 207, his gain is 15%. Now, so 115% is equal to 207. And when you calculate 100%, you will get cost price of the first item. This is first case. And then second case. By selling it for 135, he lost 10%. 10% class conversion, 90%. is equal to 135. 100% is how much? If you calculate this, you will get cost price of second item. But by the time you already know total cost price of 2 items and total selling price of 2 items. What is total selling price? 207 plus 135. 342. And just you need to calculate cost price. Sum of these two numbers. Now, 115% is equal to 207. For time being, let it be 210. 210 or 200. This is 15% more than cost price. 15% of 200 is 30. Just subtract 30 from this number. 177. Either you can treat it as 180 or 170 and just verify. What is 10% of this? 18. 15%? 18 plus 9. 27. When you add 27 to 180, how much you will get? 200. Hence, cost price in this case is 180. 90% is 135. 100% is how much? 150. 10% of this is 15. When you subtract 15 from 150, you will get 135. Satisfied. So total cost price is sum of 180 and then 150. How much is that? 330. By selling both the items for 342, where your cost price is 330, there will be a profit of 12 rupees out of 330. Percentage, right? So into 100. 10% is 33. Less than that. 1% is 3.3. 2% is 6.6. 4% is 13.2. Answer cannot be 4%. Should be less than that. Should be less than that. Approximately 4% gain. Approximately 4% gain. $65. If the compound interest compounded annually on a sum of money for 600, sum of 600 rupees is 264. After 2 years, what is the rate of interest? It asks about rate of interest. 264 is what percent of 600? Total interest obtained in 2 years is given as 264 and your principal is 600 rupees. Let me calculate percentage. What about 10% of denominator? 60. 20%? 120. 40%? This is how much more than 240? 24. So that is again 4%. So total this is equal to 44%. In how many years you get 44% compound interest? 2 years. Rate of interest should be 20% per annum. If the rate of interest for 2 years together is 21%, the question, if rate of interest for 2 years together is 21%, per year that will be 10%, 44%, 20, 69%, 30. Right? Next. There are 320 female employees and 680 male employees. Total 1000. In a particular branch of a company, out of them 20% male employees and 15% male employees were transferred to some other branch of the company. How many employees were transferred to other branch? Right. So out of total we have 320 female and then 680 male. 20% female employees and 15% male employees were transferred. 15% of this, 20% of this, 10% is 32, 20% is 64. 64 transferred and 15% of male employees, 10%, 68. Half of that, 34. 5% is 34. 60, 60, 120, 120, 30, 150. You have 150. 4 plus 8, 12. 12 plus 4, 16. 166. Okay, next 67. Square of a number is greater than how many times? How many times? So answer is more than 30. This is more than 30 times, right? Answer should be more than 30. Yes or no? We can go for verification. 31 or 32 or something. Okay? Wait a minute. If this is your number, square of this number is 31, 30 times plus how many times of 31 will be there? 1 time of 31. 31 one time only. Yes or no? Correct? If it is 32 square, that will be 32 30 times plus how many times of 32? 2 times. What is given in your question? The square of a number is greater than 30 times of a number. 30 times of a number by how much? How much is this? 60. So 32. ABC started a business by investing 6,300, 8,100, 11,700. All of them invested for equal period of time. If C's share of annual profit is 14,040, what was the total annual profit earned? Right. So profit sharing ratio is 63, 6,300, 8,100, 11,700. All are 9 multiples. 9 7 times, 9 times, 13 times. Total how many parts we have? 29 parts. And what is given here? 14,040 is C's share. C is getting 13 parts. 13 parts is given as 14,040. 29 parts is equal to how much? Forget about last digit. As you have 0, you will also get 0 here. Here you have 4 and here you have 3. 3 multiplied by 8 ends with 4. Only that combination. Yes, only one combination. 3 8s ends with 4. Your last digit is 9. 8 9 72 ends with 2. So your answer should end with 20. How many options are there? You have to do it. No other way. You have to do it. No other way. One time 8 times and then 0. 180 times. 180 times. There is no other option. 180 times. Which is your answer? Second one, sir? Fifth one. Second. 69. A boat travels 4.2 kilometers downstream in 8 minutes and 3.4 kilometers upstream in the same time. What is the speed of the boat in still water? In the same time is same, 8 minutes. What is distance covered in downstream? 4.2. And distance covered in upstream? 3.4. So, downstream and then upstream. Distances ratio can be 42 and then 34. Right? Distance ratio is same as speed ratio. Distance ratio is same as speed ratio. So their speeds are in this ratio. What is your question? What is the speed of the boat in still water? Man speed. If downstream and upstream speeds are this much, 42 and then 34, how will you get man speed? Average of these two. Average of these two. Yes or no? Man speed is equal to downstream plus upstream by 2. 76 by 2. 38. 38. In downstream, they can cover 4.2 kilometers in how much time? 8 minutes. So if they can cover 4.2 kilometers, 3.4 kilometers and 3.8 kilometers. In how much time? 8 minutes. 8 minutes. And if you want to calculate man speed, kilometer per hour. Kilometer per hour. That is 3.8 kilometers distance by 8 minutes. Minutes converts to hours by 60. That comes to into 60. Point and 0 both gets cancelled. 2 3 times, 4 times, 2 2 times, and this is 19 times. 19 3 times, 57 by 2. 57 by 2. How much is this? 28.5 kilometer per hour. Next 70. The respective ratio of number of males to number of females in village A is 10:13. If in village B the number of male is 12% more than number of males in village A, what is the number of female? And the number of female is 20% more than those in village A. Then what will be the ratio of male to female in village B? Ratio of number of male to number of female in village A is 10:13. Village A 10:13. In village B, number of male is 12% more than number of male in village A. 12% more. That will be 112% of 10 parts. 12% more. And female, number of female increases by 20%. So that is 120% of 13 parts. You are asked about Ratio between male to female. Percentage, percentage cancel. For 30 times, and this is 28 times. 0, 0 cancel. No more cancellation. 28 by 39. Fourth option. A wheel makes 16 revolutions to cover a distance of 4928. What is the diameter of the wheel? Diameter of the wheel. Right. What is the distance that he can cover in one revolution? 4928 divided by 16. This is the distance that they are going to cover in one revolution. Right? What is your question? You asked about diameter. In one revolution, they are going to cover perimeter only, right? So that is 2 pi r or pi d. Pi in the sense 22 by 7 into diameter d. Just wait a minute. 22. Can you cancel 22 with 7? Otherwise, right hand side denominator part is 16. Can you cancel 16 with 7? So in that case, can you eliminate 7 here? In that case, can you eliminate 7 from here? This is not 7 multiple. This is not 7 multiple. So how can you cancel 7 from here then? Your diameter should be a multiple of 7. Then only 7 gets cancelled. Is it 7 multiple? 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 98 right answer. నిన్న చెప్పాను పేపర్లు తీసుకురావాలి అని, అదేమో కనపడట్లేదు. అన్ని పేపర్లు తీసుకొచ్చి ఒకటి పెట్టండి. క్లర్క్ పేపర్ అయినా అది 20309. ఓకే, ఎన్నో పేపర్? లాస్ట్ పేజ్ 72. The average weight of 20 students of a class is 80. 5 of them leave the class. The average of whose average weight is 50. What is the average weight of 15 students who are left in the class? What is average? Otherwise, let's go for average of 20 students is given as 80. What is total? 1600. Out of this, 5 students left, whose average is 50. Sum becomes 50 5 times, 250. Out of 80 members, out of 20 members, if 5 members left, there will be only 15 members. Average is divided by 15. This is 1350 divided by 15. 90. Next, Mr. Verma bought groceries with 30% monthly salary and spends 18% of the remaining salary on repair of furniture. 30% is over, remaining is 70. This is 30%. Remaining is 70. Out of 70, he is going to spend 18%. If after spending on groceries and repair, he was left with 17,220. On the remaining 70%, he is going to spend 18%. Remaining will be 82% of what? 70. Adingala. Total 100%. Out of this 30 is over. Remaining is 70. Out of this what percent is spent? 18. What is remaining? 82%. 82% of what? 70. Yes or no? On 70, if they spend 18%, remaining is 82%. 82% of what? 70. Correct? Yes or no? Now, which is equal to 17,220. 17,220. Okay? Now, forget about this. Let me identify difference relation between 82 and then that number. 82 2 times 164. Apart from 164, how much extra you have? 8. And then 2. 1 time and then 0. Right? In that case, if you treat this number as some x, if 82% is this much, 100% will be equal to 82 2 times 100 2 times 200. 82 1 time. 82 1 time. 100 1 times. And then a 0. Yes or no? 82% is this much. 100% is equal to this much. 82% of what? 70%. 100% of what? 70% is equal to this much. 100% of 70% in the sense 70 only. Now you need not to worry about it. 70% is this much. 100% is how much? 73 times 210 00. 103 times 300 00. That is total salary. Or else you need to calculate 70% of 82 and then you need to go for comparison. (74) Archit is older than Bablu by 12 years. 4 years ago, the ratio between Archit's age and Bablu's age was 5:3. Archit is, what is Archit's present age? So you are given ratio. When was that? 4 years back. From the ratio, what is Archit's age? From the ratio, what is Archit's age? 5 parts should be a multiple of 5. When was that? 4 years back. Percentage of Archit is 22. 4 years back, will that be 5 multiple? No. 4 years back, will that be 5 multiple? No. 4 years back, will that be 5 multiple? Yes. 4 years back 30. 30 is 5 multiple. 4 years back 24. 4 years back 32. You have only one number. That's it. Enana. మీరు కాదు. ఎన్నో క్వశ్చన్ అయిపోయిందో తెలుసా నీకు? నువ్వే బ్లూ షర్ట్ కూర్చో. ఎన్నో క్వశ్చన్ అయిపోయిందో తెలుసా? యు ఆర్ ఇన్ డ్రీమ్స్. అమ్మా లాజిక్ ఏం చెప్పాను చెప్పపోని. (74) అయిపోయింది. 75. 75. A and B together have 950 rupees. If A's amount is 7/12 of B's amount, what is B's amount? B's amount, right? B amount should be 12 multiple. No. No, 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 no. Fifth option. Fifth option. Right. A is getting 7/12 of B's amount. Okay. B should be 12 multiple. Yes or no? A should be 7 multiple. ఇక్కడ బీకి ఎంతో ఒక నెంబర్ వస్తుంది అబ్బా, సమ్ నెంబర్, సమ్ స్టూపిడ్ నెంబర్. ఇది వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఏం చేస్తారు మీరు? యూ విల్ ట్రై టు క్యాన్సిల్ దిస్ నెంబర్ విత్ 12 బికాస్ 7 ఈజ్ నాట్ డివిజిబుల్ విత్ 12. Yes or no? So whatever the number that you write here, that should be multiple of 12. After cancellation again you will have some other number. Yes or no? What is A value? 7 multiple of this number. So A must be 7 multiple. B must be 12 multiple. Is it 12 multiple? Is it 12 multiple? No. 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 Yes. Otherwise, if you treat B as 12 parts, A becomes 7 parts, sum becomes 19 parts, which is 950. 9 parts is 950. 12 parts is how much? 19 5 times and then 0. 12 5 times and then 0. But you should treat your your B as 12 parts. Why are you supposed to take B as 12 parts? Because denominator is 12. Because denominator is 12. I have told you already. If you have only one fraction, you start with the denominator value. If you have more than one fraction, take LCM of denominators and then start. Don't start every time with X. Next. The employees, number of employees in unit B in 2004. Unit B in 2004, this is 186. Was what percent less than number of employees in the same unit in the 2008? In 2008 we have 280. 186 is how much less than 280? 94. Less from where? 280. Percentage, so into 100. What about 50% of denominator? Right, all are near about 30s, right? అర్థం కల 33 1/3కి దగ్గరలో ఉండాలంటావు, అంతే కదా? 10% 28, 20% 56, 30% 3 times of this number, 23 times 60, 8 3s 24, total 84. So 30% is equal to 84. To make it 94 you need to add 10, so that will be near about 10% of 84 is 8.4. You need to add a number which is more than 3%. Answer is just above 33%. Look at your options. 33 4/7. Otherwise straightforward you can take 94 3 times, 93 times 270, 4 3s 12, total 282. If you can treat this number as 282, that would be 1/3 into 100, 1/3 in the sense 33 1/3%. Next. What is the difference between total number of employees in unit A during all the given years together and total number of employees in unit D during all the given years together? Right, what is that your question? Difference. Difference of what? A and D. So instead of adding everything, let's go for individual difference and then we can add. But every time you subtract D value minus D value from A value. Right? When you go for individual difference, order is very important. 236 minus 156, how much? 80. Next 198 minus 181. 17. Next look at the numbers. 189, 176. How much is that? 13. 256 minus 223. 33. 173 minus 214. You get negative number. Be careful. 173 and then 214. What is difference? 41 minus 41. Right. Let me add last two numbers so that we can simplify 41. 46 minus 41 plus 5. So you can take last three numbers and then you can write 5 here. How much is this? 102. 80, 17, 55. When you go for individual difference, order is very important. Next 78. Number of employees in unit C in 2008. C in 2008. 186. Is what percent of the number of employees in unit E in the same year? Unit E we have 296. Right. Now 110 now. Into 110. Number of employees in unit C in 2008 is what percent of the number of employees in unit E in the same year? Rounded off to nearest integer. Right. So we have 186 out of what? 296 percentage, right? So into 100. For timing, can you treat this number as 300? 300. 100 by 300, 3. 186 by 3. 6 times. 2 times. Near about 62%. Look at your options. 62 or 63. 63. You're asked about nearest integer. Yes or no? Next, what is the respective ratio between total number of employees in unit C during 2004-56? Unit C 2004-56. These three. And the total number of employees in E during the same years. It asked about ratio. Now, let's add hundreds places. 100, 300, 400, 80, 10, 90, 90, 60. 150, total 550. 3 plus 9, 12. 12 plus 5, 17. Total 567 divided by 200, 200, 200, 600. 40, 20, 60, 75. Total 675. 675. Now, look at your denominators. Denominators 25. 27 times is 675. What is 25 square? This is 50 more than that. 27 times. Right. So 27. Cancellation with 27. 27 2 times 54. And then 1 time. 21 by 27. Yes. 21 by 25. What was the average number of employees in all the given units together in 2007? It asked about average. Right? Look at your options. Options are nearby 200. Take 200 as benchmark. Yes. 2007. 200 as benchmark. Positive number 56. Next number 174 is 26 less than that. Next number 16 more. Next 23 more. And then 1 more. Let me take 23. 26 from 56. How much is this? 30. So after making every number as 200, you still have 40, 50, 60, 70. Now you need to adjust 70 among 5 numbers. So each gets 14. After making every number as 200, you still have 14. So answer 214. Clear?